Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week of Valpo Basketball Preview, along with head coach Bryce Drew. This is Todd Eichow, and take a look ahead. We got a big game coming up on Thursday night at the Athletics Recreation Center. Last week, quite an up and down week. The great win against Oregon State, one of the great non-conference victories, I think, in recent years. And then you come back home a little short-handed. You end up traveling then to Muncie. It was a quick turnaround, and obviously the disappointing loss. Let's start with the win and the victory against Oregon State, which was really a great team effort.
Yeah, like you said, a very up and down week. Obviously a high at Oregon State. Thought our guys played really hard, played really well. We were blessed to have a full team pretty much healthy that game that had been playing with us. And, it was a great victory for us. Like you said, we came back to Ball State after Thanksgiving, and we missed Devon Walker. Him not playing really hurt us. And David Scarr is not quite healthy enough to be where we want him to be. So, going forward this week, hopefully we'll get some healthy bodies back and help us take a step forward.
And obviously, from a Ball State standpoint, they viewed it as a big game against the team coming off the win against Oregon State. And to give them credit, they probably played as well as they possibly could. They played tremendously and in some ways really earned the win.
Yeah, they definitely were excited for the game. They shot the ball extremely well. They played with a lot of energy. And, we were just a couple possessions short. Our free throw shooting hurt us, I think. And then we didn't rebound as well as what we normally do. So hopefully we can get back to being who we are, this week.
6-2 is the record right now, which is obviously very good. You've played some tough games, and what you've had to endure has been injuries. Mm-hmm. You looked at the first game of the year against Iona, and some might say that the best all-around player on the court that day was David Scarr. And you haven't really had him since. Mm-hmm. And to go through the stretch and still be 6-2, obviously playing the entire year without Derek Smits, that's how it's going to be for the year. Your depth, as we talked about in the very first show, was one of the strengths of the team. And in many ways, it's been a good thing that you've had great depth. But now it's really being tested.
No question. And, David Scarr was one of our better players on our Canadian trip this summer and, has built himself almost into a starting position. And when he went down, obviously that was a big blow. And then Devon Walker, who has debatably been one of our best players all season, our second leading scorer, went down. And then obviously with Derek going down, it hurts our depth at the front line. So the nice thing is we have guys that have experience from last year, guys that have stepped up and helped us at certain points. But it would be nice for one game to have everybody available and healthy at their best.
On a positive note, with the injuries, it's given Victor Nickerson more playing time, I think is fair to say. And he's responded. He said he had 2 solid games this past week. Yes,
definitely. Getting him back has been a big bonus, and getting him playing at a level where he played last year is really important for us. And with guys out, it allowed him to play more freely and knew that he was going to get more minutes out there.
All right, let's take a look at a Belmont game. This is one of the best home games, I think, of the year. Mm-hmm. This is a team that perennially either goes to the NCAA tournament or plays somewhere else in the postseason, similar to Valpo from what they have done over the past decade or so. And they come in with a very good team that's played a very good schedule. They've already got a win at Marquette. They've traveled around some difficult games. They're putting a lot of points on the board. Should be a great game on Thursday.
Yeah, excellent program. I believe they've won 7 of the last 10 championships, in their league. And offensively, they're really fun to watch. Hopefully they won't be as fun Thursday night to watch offensively, but when you watch them, they do a great job spreading you out, shooting the ball, and just have a lot of really good players that can make plays.
They have done a pretty good job over the years of not only recruiting Indiana, but kids kind of up around here, right? Mm-hmm. They've had kids from LaPorte going all the way back to Steve Draven years ago, who was a great three-point shooter. From the standpoint of recruiting, because they have recruited some of the guys that you guys have recruited as well. This is an important game.
Well, I don't know if the win-loss goes in, as much play in recruiting. I think a lot could be location. Just when a player gets on a campus or gets around the team, particular who they click with or don't click with. So, but obviously we recruit a lot of players they have in the state, and they've opted to leave the state and go to Nashville. So, hopefully too many of those fans won't come out tomorrow, and they won't have too many things to cheer about.
All right, real quick now. Going forward from an injury standpoint, what do you expect? David Scarr back maybe where he could see significant minutes?
Hopefully, he's practiced this week, and he's taken a step up from last week. He's still not near the point of getting the athleticism that he had beginning of the year, but he's getting better, so it'll be nice to have him available.
Tavon, we're not sure.
Day to day, he injured his knee, and so it's a day-to-day thing. We got to see how he feels today, and then obviously with the game, we'll see how he feels that day.
Nothing torn. It's not going to be something we don't think that's going to keep him out for an extended period of time. But
Nothing that we see now. It could be next couple days. It could be another week. Could be another 2 weeks. So that's going to be how his body responds.
Okay, good luck. Great test on Thursday night.
Thanks, Todd.
For head coach Bryce Drew, this is Todd Eichow. Thanks for joining us this week on Valpo Basketball Preview.